Hello people, I'm the Real Comic Gamer. Today I'm going to be showing off the original Red Hood skin mod, which is made by Hieto Fraga. Link in the description to go check out his channel, please do so. He did put in a lot of work for this skin, like he does with every skin. But yeah, this one, it looks pretty nice. We got an original Red Hood. I like the Arkham Knights, like the take they had on Red Hood for this game. But it's kind of disappointing that they didn't have like an option for a classic Red Hood skin, so it's cool that Hieto made this, and as you can see, it looks really dope. So yeah. I made a video not too long ago talking about Red Hood in the comics and how I think he's cool but somewhat overrated, and it's not the character's fault in any way. It's not like, oh, like the character's like he's a bad character fundamentally or anything like that. It's just the fact that DC has had no faith in the character. Like, he had an awesome introduction in Under the Red Hood, one of the best Batman stories ever, and then after that he didn't do a whole lot. He made an appearance in I believe it was the first volume of Grant Morrison's run on Batman and Robin, which was really cool, and we learned there that like he's actually a redhead and he dyed his hair because Bruce wanted him to look more like Dick, and so that obviously on a young kid to have your mentor, the guy you really look up to, not want you to look the way you do is yeah, definitely mess a kid up a bit, among many other things. But anyways, yeah, so we learned that little tidbit, which was cool, and he was the villain of that book. And seeing him go against Dick Grayson when Dick was Batman was pretty cool. And yeah, it was a cool story arc, but it was another one where Red Hood was the villain, and then he never got his solo book after that. He got like they did like some spin-off stuff about like mini-series with Red Hood, talking about stuff like showing like, oh, this is what happened before Red Hood or whatever, like before Under the Red Hood and everything. We got some stuff like that, but we never got an actual Red Hood solo book. Then we got Red Hood and the Outlaws, then Red Hood and Arsenal, and then Red Hood and the Outlaws again. Like, all written by Scott Lobdell, too, so no variety there. All by the same guy who, in my opinion, is a mediocre writer. He's done some okay stuff, but overall, he's not that great. And, yeah, so he hasn't had a solo book. So I'd love to see an actual solo book with a solid writer. Like, that's all I'd love to see. I'd love to see, I don't remember the name of the guy, but the guy who wrote the Marvel Now Punisher run, I'd love to see that, because he had a really solid run on Punisher. If he could do something like that for Red Hood, I think that'd be awesome. Just give Red Hood a solo book with a decent artist and a solid writer, and just see how it pays out. People would pay for that book. I know I would, but for some reason DC has no, they have no faith in the character of Red Hood. They're like, no, we gotta do Red Hood and the Outlaws. Honestly, the thing that bugs me the most about Red Hood and the Outlaws was like the way Roy looks. Like, I didn't care for the tattoo and like the baseball cap. I don't know. It just looks stupid on Roy to me. I don't like that. I don't know. I don't like that look for Roy. I always hated that when they introduced him with that. It's just, yeah, it's stupid. They got like during Rebirth, he got like a new crew. He got Bizarro and Son. I don't remember who else. What was going on? Because I never read any Rebirth. I read some of the New 52 Red Hood and the Outlaws, but I never read any Rebirth. Red Hood and the Outlaws. Let's go. Oh! Oh, that's a different button dash. Why? So I think it is. Let me see. Yeah, it is. Did it? This skin is sick. But, you know, it sucks that he hasn't had his own solo series. He's still in, like, the best DC animated movie. Under the Red Hood's so good. It still holds up. Such a great movie. One of the best adaptions. Only thing I didn't care about that movie was the fact that they left his mother completely out of it, because she was the driving force for like how he got captured by Joker, which I was kind of disappointed in. And like, because I knew they didn't have to explain the whole Superboy Prime punch reality. It's like, yeah, you don't need to bring that into the movie, but they could have had his mother in there, like, instead of it being all they were chasing the Joker across blah 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 and all this stuff. It's like, it was just as complicated as if they would have just been like, Jason was looking for his mother and then he ran into the Joker. It's like, there you go, ba bing ba boom. But instead, that's not how it happened. Which also, because that would have added another emotional punch to the movie that the comic had, that the movie didn't. Again, overall, the movie's great. That's just like the only misstep I can really say about the movie, in my opinion. Because overall, they cut out like what needed to be cut out. Like, you didn't need Deathstroke going to talk to Black Mask in the movie, because that wouldn't have made no sense. Like, because we're not getting a Villains United movie, so didn't need that. But overall, yeah, it was a great movie. It's been a while since I've watched it. I need to rewatch it. I always like to rewatch it every now and again, so because it's so good. The thing is, every time I watch it, it gets shorter and shorter. Every time I'm like, wow, I remember this movie being longer. Man, if only it was just a little bit longer. It feels so short. I remember when I first watched it. It's just, so good. Sadly, DC has gone downhill a lot since then. Since the good old days of DC animated movies when we had like All-Star Superman, Under the Red Hood, Green Lantern First Flight, stuff like that. And we had like some really good DC animated movies, and then they're like, we're gonna do a connected universe and make it like New 52, and Damian Wayne's the star. It's like, who cares about Damian Wayne? Grant Morrison was like the only person who was able to make him a little bit interesting. Besides that, I really don't care about Damian Wayne, especially for him to be like the star of the universe and take down Deathstroke like the first time he appeared. It's so stupid. Boom. Get wrecked. Red Hood appeared in Deathstroke's New 52 series. They like faced off. I had stopped reading the book by then because the book became literally guest star of the week. That was how they were selling the book, was basically, oh, look, who's Deathstroke gonna fight this week? Oh, it's Red Hood, it's Ra's al Ghul, it's blah 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 blah. It's like, okay, this isn't about telling interesting stories. It's just we really need to sell copies, so we'll just have Deathstroke face off against a million different people. And Red Hood showed up during that. I don't know what happened during it, because if it was like actual good writing, Red Hood would not stand a chance against Deathstroke. He wouldn't. He didn't stand a chance against Dick Grayson. He definitely wouldn't stand a chance against Deathstroke. I love that part in Grant Morrison's book with where Red Hood's the villain on Batman Robin, and like Dick Grayson's just like, don't make me embarrass you in front of your little girlfriend, because he just decimates him there. If it weren't for Damian, Dick would have like destroyed Jason, but he still sort of did. And then we had the whole Battle for the Cowl, which Jason was, again, another good villain book for him. But there's none where he's the star. Like, we still haven't had that. Look at him just jumping around everywhere. Dear God. Yeah, we still haven't had a book where Jason is the main character, where we see things from, like, his POV and stuff. I want to see that, where, you know, where it's not a team book, like Red Hood and the Outlaws. Like, imagine if we never had a Hal Jordan book. If it was always how it is right now, how it's Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps. Imagine if it was always just that. Like, how many stories we would have missed out on for Hal Jordan. And we've already missed out on a bunch of stories that could have been told with Red Hood because we haven't had a book for him. That's what I'm saying. Could you imagine all those great stories we would have missed out on with Green Lantern if he would have been Green Lantern and Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern Corps this whole time, instead of just Green Lantern focusing on Hal Jordan? Anyways, I've ranted enough about Jason Todd. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, this was made by this mod. I did not make it. It was made by Fragga. Even though I always mention it in the beginning of the video, some people still think I made the mod. Got no clue. But anyways, Fragga made this mod. Link in the description. Go check out his channel. Please do so. As you can see, it's a very pretty skin. We'll go into photo mode real quick. Show you how nice it is. It looks so good. It just looks so good. Like, it's nice having the... It's nice having the classic Red Hood. Also, there's one without a hood that he made, but I prefer the one with the hood. Like, I just think it looks cooler because the hood, the helmet in Arkham Knight doesn't look too good without something else. Like with the bat ears when he's in the Arkham Knight suit, it looks good, but with the with no hood or no bat ears, it doesn't look too great. It looks okay, but I prefer it with the hood. Anyways, again, link in the description. Go check out Hietro's channel. Please do so. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
I've been so alone ever since I left the tribe. That's just how it goes, guess I like the lonely vibe. But they'll never know, cause I'm always on my grind. And I live a lonely life, and I'm never getting stressed, cause